In today's society, people often use the slang term mental retardation when the appropriate term is intellectual disability. You really can't know how bad this can hurt someone till you've had to face this as a personal experience yourself, a family member, or a friend has been. I must ask everyone to stop calling intellectual disability individuals retards. Now please give me your attention as I tell you my experience about my brother with special needs. After begging my mom for years for a brother or sister, she finally told me I was going to be a big sister in November of 1999. I was all excited about having someone to beat up on, to boss around, to pull pranks on, and to fuss with. On June the 9th of 2000, my brother was born. His name is Lindsey Eads. He wasn't the typical size baby. He could fit in the palm of your hand and weighed 3 pounds and 1.8 ounces. Mackenzie was born at 29.5 weeks instead of 40. He had to stay at Forsyth Medical Center in the NICU for 31 days. I remember going to see him through the incubator at the NICU and seeing him hooked up to IVs, monitors, and equipment. It hurt. All I wanted to do was take his place. In my eyes, Mackenzie is a miracle baby. As major milestones passed and Mackenzie wasn't meeting them, my parents knew something was wrong. At his 1-year-old checkup, he was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. Even though it only affected his mobility in his legs, it crushed us all to hear the news. At age 7, I found out all the things I wanted in a brother was going to have to change for a while. I was going to have to help him to be able to sit up, crawl, and walk before I could boss him around, beat him up, fight with him, and pull pranks on. Cerebral palsy is also referred to CP. Is a term used for non-progressive disorders of the movement and posture caused by abnormal development or damage to the control centers of the brain. CP is caused by events before, during, or after birth. The abnormalities of the muscle control that define CP are often accompanied by mental and physical abnormalities. It can affect all 4 of your limbs. Intellectual problems can cause seizures and difficulties with speech, vision, and hearing. Approximately 500 children in the United States are diagnosed with cerebral palsy. Each year, about 6,000 babies and young adults are diagnosed with CP in the world. After learning this devastating news that he has cerebral palsy, the long journey of physical therapy, doctor appointments, surgeries, and multiple setbacks have begun. Through practice of him going to physical therapy twice a week, he began to meet his milestones. At the age of 2, he learned to sit up with a little bit of help. At the age of 3, he took his first steps. Mackenzie has had 4 major surgeries on his legs, including stretching of the hamstrings and ankles. He had to also have Botox injections taken to loosen his muscles to help with his walking. Through the past 14 years, Mackenzie has impacted my life in multiple ways. The major impact my brother has had on me so far has been never to give up no matter what. He has taught me to be determined that I will complete something. Through the journey of meeting his major milestones, I had to learn patience. Last but definitely not least, I had to learn strength. After 14 years of physical therapy, we as a family, working with him at home, him being determined not to give up, became a very active youngin'. It might have taken him twice as hard to do something as it would me and you and I, but he gets the job done. Mackenzie loves to do our families and neighbors' landscaping. He loves to go fishing, he enjoys swimming, and can now shoot a gun while standing with the correct posture. We can now have our fights, pull pranks on each other, hang out, and I can boss him around. I may not always win our fights, but I'm glad that I have my miracle brother to enjoy these moments with. My long-term goal, according to my brother, is that if anything was to ever happen to our parents, he will not live with me, but will live right next door. This will give me a chance to see other major milestones to be met by him.